Let's see what I had. People, I found out. Let me see what time it is. 4:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you all read for the last maybe 2 to 4 weeks, maybe longer, Pepsi shut down some factories. I think one was in Ohio. As one of my family members, I got a couple of them that works for Pepsi Cola. And some of them's on my YouTube channel. They explained to me there's no Pepsi Zero and other Pepsi products that they put out. Since they closed down those other factories, that's how come there's no Pepsi Zero in anywhere. Dollar store, JC store, Walmart. That's why there ain't any Pepsi Zero. You all know the other Pepsi products. I think, what is it, Dad's or Mug Root Beer or whatever it is? You can't find that either. There's a bunch of Pepsi products that you won't get. People said, well, can you drink Diet Pepsi? I said, no, I can't stand it. I'd rather have my Pepsi Zero. So that's why there ain't no Pepsi Zeros and other Pepsi products in stores, because Pepsi Cola made a bad choice. They shut down some plants. They should have used a blankety blank minds before they shut it down. Which plant's going to make Pepsi Zero and other Pepsi products, before they shut them down? I'm glad I don't own stock in Pepsi. If I did, I'd sell the son of a gun. But it's wrong, a Pepsi shutting down them other plants. But don't quote me on it. I think it's Ohio. They used to have a Pepsi place in Clarksville, Indiana, years and years ago when I was younger. And now it's a lumber company. They're on 31 across from 84 Lumber Company, in that area on 31 there. What am I going to do for Pepsi Zero, people? I can find those little miniature ones. What's they, 4 ounces? I ain't paying once. You can't even find bottles. What's that, about a 20-ounce bottles, I think? That's bad. That's not good judgment. How come you go into Walmart, they got 15 to 24 packs of Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Diet Pepsi. They only had 4 to 7 24 packs out there on the shelf. Why is it? They screwed themselves. They screwed Walmart at Scottsburg, Indiana, out of money that I would have bought some extra stuff. But since they didn't have Pepsi Zero, they shut down some plants. That's a no-no. Who's a CEO there? I could do a better job than those CEOs you got. Pepsi, I advertise Pepsi Zero on my YouTube channel for free. I don't get paid. I usually buy 4 to 5 24 packs of Pepsi Zero. You all screw me and other people who has diabetes. What's in that Diet Pepsi, we can't drink. You know, you screwed up. You screwed up. That CEO who closed some of them factories down should be fired. I got some children and grandkids that works in Pepsi throughout the United States. That's what they told me. Where Pepsi Zero was made, they shut that plant down. Shame, 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 shame. You hurting God's people. Hey, after I went to the JC store, I looked for 24 packs of Pepsi Zero, none. I looked for 12 packs of Pepsi Zero, none. You find 12 packs of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, but you can't find no Pepsi Zero. That's no way to run a business. Maybe I should switch to Coke Zero. You know, I don't like Coke. I did back when I was, 50s when it was Coke. Now you can buy Cokes from Mexico. I usually buy 4 of them a month. It lasts me a month. I drink 1 of those a week. I don't get high. I don't get crazy. I don't get lovable. It don't drive me crazy if you take the illegal drug, the Coke. So, but I tried Mountain Dew Zero. Boy, that's the offers zero sugar Mountain Dew I ever tasted. I decided to get me a bottle of Mountain Dew Zero. It don't taste nothing like Mountain Dew. You people out there that like Mountain Dew, you can taste that Mountain Dew Zero sugar. You tell it don't taste the same. Like Pepsi Zero, Coke Zero, you can't tell the difference in my book. Even before my diabetes got bad, I was drinking 5 to 6 24 packs of Pepsi. But my sugar doctor says I had to cut it out. Then you all came out with Pepsi Zero. Then you couldn't find it. Then I start complaining on this and, Twitch and all this. And if you all haven't heard it on the news, on your news in your state, TikTok is closing down by January, I think they said the 9th or 19th, because our government doesn't want us to have free speech. How many people's on TikTok? They said over 10 million, 15 million? I love TikTok. But our federal government, the Democrats, is taking away our First Amendment rights. Well, the next thing you know, if we let our federal government take down TikTok, they take down YouTube, Facebook. They take them all down because they don't want us to have talk to. What is China going to get out of this old man? Nothing, because I'm nobody. I got no money. I live on a fixed income, make a house payment, pay my bills, kinds of stuff. I can't afford that. That's how come I get on TikTok and Switch and X. This old man, there's a bunch of us old people. We get on TikTok. We get on all these channels where our children and grandkids and great-grandkids can talk to us, where we can see them. And those Democrats in D.C. saying we can't be on TikTok no more, our rights is being taken away by the Democrats. I know you hate politics, but people, that's the truth. That's the truth. What we need to do is fight, not with our fists. Write letters to our congressmen, our senators. Write them letters, peaceful, not nasty letters. Do it peaceful. Write your congressmen, senators, call them, your congressmen and senators of your state. Call them. We have to wait until January the 20th until President Trump gets in there. I've been watching on the news of, Notre Dame, where it burnt, a year or so ago. President Trump went over there to Notre Dame. How come Biden and Harris didn't go? That shows you they don't care about us. All they care about the illegal money. I also see that a tow truck, a rollback, took Biden's government SUV, bulletproof and all that. Why does he get to drive something like that at our taxpayers' expense? We pay for his vehicle. That's something that Congress and Senate needs to look into. Why is Hunter Biden driving an SUV? It's for the president. How come he's driving it? That's something to think about. That's your all's tax dollars. We pay enough taxes. We go to the grocery store, people. They pay taxes on the food they get. And we buy it, we pay taxes on it again. Does that make sense? No. It's time to speak up and write our congressmen and senators, no matter if you're a Democrat, Independent, or a Republican. It's your right to fuss. If you don't fuss, you got no gripe. I know I fuss about gasoline because I'm old and on a fixed income. You people, it's working. When I was growing up, only one family member worked. Usually it's a dad. Now it takes both of you. Sometimes if your children's old enough to work, it takes 3 or 4 to make it. But when I was young, when I first started driving, people, this is the truth. If they raise it a penny, we gripe, they drop it back down. But your people today don't use your head. You don't use your computer up here. If you go by your state law, in your state, look it up. Look up price gouging. Look up price gouging in your state / Commonwealth. I get in trouble if I said state, but it's Commonwealth. Look up what your law is in your state, price gouging. Look it up. I know what Indiana is. I know what Kentucky is. People, if you go back years ago, better than 5 years ago, when the governor of Kentucky was Attorney General, he got all these gas companies because they jacked it up 30, 40 cents, put a fine on them. I think all states should put $500,000, $1 million fine on them for price gouging. I think that's what we need to do. Write our Attorney General, but first, look up the law on price gouging in your state. Look it up. I don't know if they got anything like it in other countries. I don't know. But I know in Indiana and Kentucky, and I'd probably say all 50 states, probably has price gouging laws. I think all states has it. So you need to write your Attorney General in your state or Commonwealth. After you read the price gouging law, then you can write it down or print it out, and you can go state, statute by statute, this and that. There's no reason for them to raise the price of gasoline. Every time it's vacation time, they jack it up 30 cents. Or it's Thanksgiving, they jack it up. Halloween, Christmas. They know a whole lot of people's going to travel. Jack it up 30, 40 cents. That's how come our clothes is so high. That's how come our grocery bills is so high. That's how come our TVs is so high. Our computers, our ice boxes, our washer and dryer. That's how come it's so high. It's not because, I guess you could say inflation, but it's price gouging. They know we need it. They know we need it. And look at the price of a new vehicle, pickup truck, cars, $50,000 or more, $30,000 on up. I'd rather spend $50,000 on my house instead of buying a vehicle. I would love to have a new vehicle. I see a new pickup truck. It's not Ford's, it's not Chevy, it's Caterpillar. I would love to have a new pickup truck, especially a Caterpillar. Yellow, with possible a standard transmission. I can do YouTube videos on it. Help you sell more of those Caterpillar trucks. I think it come with a crew cab. That's what, 4 doors? That'd be okay. And the bed liner is sprayed in. And I guess the other thing is, what do you call it, Z-Bar, where they spray the frame underneath of your truck, all the metal in your door jams, places like that. That way it'll last a long time. I would love to have one, people. You people at Caterpillar, I'll give you my post office box. It's Tom Cartwright, Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. Hello, War. I saw your video the other night. How you doing? I was thinking of getting out last night to a car wreck. You can go to a local TV station here. It's either WLKY or WDRB TV, one of those TV stations. It started about the 16-mile marker of I-65. That's Memphis, Indiana. That's where your 3 truck stops is. They had some stupid lady and somebody else had road rage. And this stupid lady had finally ended up at the 19-mile marker, which is Henryville exit. And I guess they pulled into the Circle K or Shell station. I don't know which one they pulled in. This lady shot this guy 4 times. As of last night, he was still alive. But they took him to U of L hospital there in Louisville. I'm doing good. I went to the JC store. I figured I'd get me some Pepsi Zero. Maybe you have the same problem where you're at on Pepsi Zero. As you all heard, Pepsi shut down some plants. As one of my children, I got 2 kids that works for Pepsi in plants. They watch my YouTube. They text me. They told me since they shut some plants down, like I think they shut one down in Ohio. I'm not sure, but there's a whole lot of Pepsi products that Pepsi put out. I don't know what they all make. You're not going to be able to get all your Pepsi products because they shut those plants down. Is that the one you showed on your video? You know, I know there's a couple of people in your area or Los Angeles that shows pursuits up there, but what day was it? I think it's one day this week I took my son to the doctor. People just don't pay attention. You know, I don't know what it is. That's how come I hate to drive anymore. You know, pass me on double yellow lines, tailgating me, pull out in front of me when you get within 10 feet of them. You have to slam your brakes on them. I've never been to San Francisco, but I remember. I have been to L.A. up at the airport back years ago when I drove an 18-wheeler hauling plasma for I think it was Transmatic, hauling blood. Them reefers, it's not, it's below freezing, about 32 below, something like that. We went around to all the blood banks, pick up plasma. But we stopped there at the airport in L.A. If I remember right, we either pulled into the building or we backed into the dock, shut the engine off, went into the office to keep warm while they unloaded the truck. I didn't know planes can carry plasma unless, I guess they use dry ice. I don't know how they work that stuff. I guess Los Angeles is in L.A. County, I guess. Because when I was up there, this been over 30 years ago, I was only about 5 miles away from my real mother. See, I was adopted. I was only a few miles from her when we was at the L.A. airport dropping off plasma. But I don't know if that person is still alive. Somebody said they died, but I didn't. If he got shot and killed, they would have said a 10-0. I think California, they used a black blanket code or something. But they didn't call the 1079. That's the police code for Indiana for the coroner. They didn't call no 1079, but the guy got shot by some stupid woman. From what I saw in the deal, they did arrest her. People's crazy in road rage, especially That's the first woman I heard of a road rage around here. It might happen in other states. It's mostly men. But it's stupid around here at Christmas time. People, I want to give you advice. I know you see it on your news station. When you go Christmas shopping, put stuff in your trunk. Lock it up. Lock it up in your trunk. Don't leave any change in your console, because peeps in and see that change, they're going to break out your window. Don't leave your purse in your car. They see that, they're going to break your window out. I still ain't got any computer yet. But, Christmas is coming. Maybe Santa Claus will bring it to me. I live in the boondocks. I gave you all my post office box, my PayPal account, my Cash App to help me to get a new computer. And thanks to the people on Twitch, they said the desktop is cheaper than a laptop. Look what you get in a laptop. You get the monitor and the keyboard. And I don't think you even get a hard drive. I've been looking at a desktop with 4 gigabytes, the graphics card, and all the RAM you can get in it. And the board for the Wi-Fi, the board where you're going to hook up HDMI to it, where I could take the cord and plug it into my TV. I can use my TV as a monitor. Then all I need is a keyboard. I like this one I've seen people have. It's black and you got lights on it. It helped me out at night. I don't have my lights on. When I'm on my laptop, I really don't need my lights on. But when I'm on my cell phone, people, I got to have my lights on. You all been hearing me talk about Mama Blackie, the outside mama cat. I've been letting her come in and feed her, let her stay in 30, 40 minutes, and then go to the door. Then she goes out. Last night, she surprised me. I let her in, and I went to the door to let her out, and that cold air hit her. She said, "Nope," and turned around, went over and laid down. But this morning, I knew she wanted to go outside. She would have to use the bathroom. I showed her where the cat box is, but I did find a mess where she done number 2, but that's natural. No matter you show them where the cat box, but, she's been an outside cat. But she'll probably come in tonight and stay all night. She gets extra treats. She gets plenty canned food. Outside, she has to fight her daughters and her granddaughters and her grandson. She has to fight all them for it. One of her daughters, January, came in. She came in, walked around, ran out the door. She said, "No, that's not for me." But Mama Blackie's, I said maybe she's 10 years old, I'm guessing. But I spoil her every time she come in. She got some ham. She got some hot dogs. She got some tuna fish. She got her canned food. She got cat treats. She was a good girl, you know. I did catch her up on the stove once, but as soon as I walked in, she jumped down, but I didn't say nothing. I said, Mama Blackie, you're not supposed to be up on the stove. So she was sleeping on the floor next to John Wayne, the only tomcat I got left in the house. I would keep my door open, but I don't want these female cats to have any more babies. Mama Blackie, she would have her babies outside. She teach them how to catch mice, moles, birds, baby rabbits. She teach them. Like I said, she's a good mama cat. So I just want to let you all know about the Pepsi deal, what my kids told me who works for Pepsi. There's other Pepsi products. If you all look, you can't find certain Pepsi products. Now you know why. But why does the Pepsi salesman or the rep have to lie to you? Why can't they be honest with you? I had a Pepsi guy at Walmart on the 3rd. Said, come back Friday about 8:30. I was there at 8:35. The woman at the door looked up on her machine. Said, we got 724 packs of Pepsi. You know something? There was none there. No 12 packs of Pepsi Zero. That CEO of Pepsi should be fired. Before you shut down something, you should transfer all the other products to the other factories. That CEO should be fired. In my book, I think they got a Pepsi over in Kentucky somewhere. I think there's one in Indiana, but I'm not sure. I see the Pepsi truck, back into a dock, but that don't mean anything. In 50 miles, there's a Mountain Dew, but not Pepsi Zero. But thanks to a couple of my children and grandkids who works for Pepsi, let me know what the problem is. Some of the factories, they shut down. That's why there ain't no Pepsi Zero. And you know the other Pepsi products they make. If you don't see the other things that you like, that's why. But for my diabetes, I gotta have Pepsi Zero. Not Diet Pepsi. You got stuff that you can put in your coffee. It takes the place of sugar. That's the same thing that Diet Pepsi. They got something in there that takes the place of sugar. That's a no-no. I can't have that. So I'm just letting you know about it. But you had a road rage yesterday. This is Alexi. This is Alex's firstborn. She kind of wants a boyfriend, if you all know what I mean. See, she's up there rubbing my nose and my chin. So, these cats is my therapy animals. They keep me calm. They take my mind out. I'm going to throw a couple of sponsors in there. They're not paid sponsors. One is in Oregon, Lincoln City Gifts. Go to their website, Lincoln City Gifts. They got hoodies, they got sweatpants, they got a whole lot of stuff. Go to Lincoln City Gifts and see what they got. And Subway in Scottsburg, Indiana. I want to thank those people at the Subway in Scottsburg, Indiana, especially that good-looking girl that worked the other day, and I was flirting with her, made her face turn red. My son said, "Dad, you shouldn't do that. You can get in trouble for it." You know, you get thinking about it, that is sexual harassment, but I live out in the country. I don't get to see anybody. Somebody like her is my girlfriend.